And there's our egg. So all you want to do is create a new texture. One for the body, so we'll say chicken albedo. Make this one a little bit yellow, I guess, like a chick. Okay. One shading. Sorry. I'm going to save that image first. Chicken albedo. Image, save as. Chicken albedo. Don't compress. Shading. Shift A. Image texture. Plug that in. Open it up. Okay, now you can paint on this too. Okay, so we'll leave that just the way it is for now. And we'll go ahead and create a new image again for our accessories. Just go texture paint. New. Call this one feet and beak underscore albedo. Of course our eyes are here as well, and that's okay. I just want to keep it the same name as the other textures. And we can change this to like almost a red. Whatever his feet are going to be, where that's the biggest section. It'll save me the most time, that's all. Maybe that's good. Okay. Feet and beak albedo. Cool. Save. Let's go to shading. Shift A. Image texture. Plug that in right there. Open. There we go. Okay. Save your blend file. And just paint on both, whatever you're feeling. So I'm actually going to go into my accessories here first. I want to go full white to be using. So let's just come in here and go whoop. So I want that effect right there. Yeah, I just hit S over this if I want to come back in with that color. So maybe it is easier for me to just, yeah. Okay, I think that's cool. Let's go to the other one again. Choose the white. Let's just go in like that, whatever. And we can change, take the red and go in and paint the eye itself. So we could have used X mirror, remember? Which is what I should have done, but if you're painting on this island here, it's not going to work out. You need to actually paint the model to use this symmetry X here. So we could have done that from the beginning, that'd be okay, but I'm alright with this. I don't need them to be perfectly symmetrical. You know what? On the subject, sure, I'll actually make him googly-eyed as well. I won't make the eyes look straightforward. Use the X mirror if you want to do that, but I'll actually go ahead and make him a googly-eyed feller. Let's just paint over this until you're happy. Alright. We'll go with the solid black pupil. I'm going to change my fall off to be nothing. Because I just want a straight up black dot. We can soften a little bit if we want to. So what are we going to do? Let's put one right here. And another one right here. Maybe that's too... that's too crazy. Let's just do it a tiny bit then. Let's go right there. And right there. Hilarious. Okay, well, I'll go to the soften. We're only using a 1K texture here, so that's how many pixels you're going to get, depending on your mesh island. Remember that. So if you don't want this to be pixelated here, what you have to do is increase the size of this texture. And you can just create a new texture and increase the size initially that way, or you can go into GIMP. And right here you have image, scale image, right? You can increase the resolution here, just double it to a 2K texture. And you can double that to a 4K texture if you want, double that to an 8K texture, whatever your game is going to handle, and whatever you want, essentially. Okay, so I'm just going to soften the outside so it's not so weird looking. It doesn't look like he's from Nintendo 1990. Sure. Okay, that'll work. That's pretty funny. So I'll do the beak, the feet, and the character, and see you guys in a bit. Okay, so just keep on painting until you're happy. Down here I just added some colors, traced over with darker colors, and used the soften brush. For these little feather-looking things here, all I really did was drop a color on, right? Go to this smudge tool, and you can create these sort of tapered strokes, right? Just by kind of flying off of that. Okay, so that's how I made those. Same thing with the face here, it's kind of darkened around the eyes and smudged. Once you're finished, save everything up. Make sure you save all your pictures. Okay, we can come into this. We can come into our textures. Okay, we see we have our egg normal, egg bottom, so we can actually, I'm going to delete these. You can move them to another folder if you like, or just create a folder within called base textures or something. I'm just going to delete the egg top and egg bottom, because we have them combined now, as well as the beak and the feet. Yeah. Okay, I'm going to delete these. Cool, so we have the egg, we have the feet and the beak, the accessories here, and we have the chicken. Great. Just the same way that we created an ambient occlusion map for our coin, the AO, we can use the normal map, the bump map, creating these indents and protrusions and stuff like that. Actually add some darker shadows to make that look a little bit better in Unity. So open up GIMP. Let's go File, Open. Start with the egg normal. Okay, I'm just going to close this one out again and not save. I want to go Image, Mode, Grayscale, and I want to change it back. Okay, just so that we have the option to add color to this image eventually if we want to. That's the only reason I changed that back to RGB. It's not going to actually give you your colors back. Okay, so I just want to go Colors, Brightness and Contrast. I want to crank up the contrast. I think bringing the brightness down. You can see now we've got basically lines just around the little dots. We've got lines around our little cracks. So let's try that, and let's go Colors, Exposure. Let's turn the exposure just so that it's all the same shade of white. Let's turn up the black level just to increase the darkness on our shadows a little bit. Okay, I think that'll work just fine. Let's try that out. File, Save As, or sorry, Export As. I call this one Egg AO. Okay, so we have that nice option in Unity to add some darker shadows without actually casting shadows. It's much more optimal to use a texture. Mentioning again, textures are probably going to be the biggest part of your game, and that's the actual game file itself. At runtime, it's a lot faster and a lot better to use textures where you can to save on performance taxing features like casting shadows, more triangles. That's the reason we use the normal map, the bump map. Right, so we're just saving where we can. Okay, that's good. I'm going to go File, Open. Feet and beak, normal. Let's do the same thing. I don't think we need to close these, but it's okay. I'm just going to leave it there this time. We want to go to Image, Mode, Grayscale. Okay. And just change that back again, just in case I want to do something to it later. Okay, same thing. The contrast way up, the brightness down a bit, I guess. Maybe we'll go with that. We'll try Colors, Exposure. We'll try this one. Okay, turn that up a bit and just maybe they'll turn that down actually. Just make sure that's at full brightness. Okay. I'll bring the black level up. All right. Okay. Try that. And you can create 100 of these if you want to try different things. Okay, export. Open. And the last one is going to be the chicken. There we go. Okay, so that's probably isn't going to do very much. You could come in and you could paint these greens and yellows and pinks. You could paint these to this one of these purple shades if you want to. Same way we fixed the top and bottom of the egg. I'm going to go Image, Mode, Grayscale, Image, Mode, RGB, Colors, Brightness, Contrast. Yep. Spend more time than I am here. I'm really just trying to get through it. Make things look semi-presentable. Okay. Alright, let's go with that. File. Export as. Change this to AO. You don't want to overwrite stuff. That would be bad. Okay, export. Export. Alright, so we have all our maps now ready for Unity basically. So before we check out our character in Unity, we want to rig him and make some animation. So if you've been following along in the series and you got to this point, give yourself a big pat on the back and stay tuned. Don't give up now. This is where everything's going to get really exciting. So we can actually start making stuff happen in our game. We can make this guy controllable with our keyboard and our mouse, or we can use a controller if we want to. We'll get into all that. So animation next. Thanks for watching, guys. That's it for this episode.